Now, how do you create another page? Well, let's look at About for an example. So, yeah, this looks pretty good. Let's look at your last questions, how it works. Just checking things out real quick. Okay, so you might want to use, so since we already have a layout of a full width and you plan on doing a terms and conditions page as well as the privacy policy page, you probably want to work off of the layout that's already been created here. So I'm going to do something. If you want a shortcut rather than start from scratch, since we already have some stylings here, we will go to how it works, click the three dots, go down to duplicate, and instead of copy of how it works, we'll call this terms and conditions. Duplicate. Now it's here. I can see how it's added to the navigation. Actually, I forgot on the footer. Okay, so it's all caps. All right, so this is actually good. So it should actually be all caps. So go back to the three dots and we want to rename, and we want to do this terms and whoops, conditions. Now, you don't want terms and conditions on the top navigation here. So what you do is go back to three dots, show or hide from navigation, hide on all. You can see how now the smartphone, laptop, desktop, tablet are all hidden. So now that the page was created, let's go to pages on the left, design navigation. This is the design section that would help you build, edit your website. So click on terms and conditions. You now go to the terms and conditions page. To change text, you just hover and then click on the text you're interested in. You can do manage text, or you could double click on it. Whoops. Oops. Now I changed the style. It's only undo. So Control Z for undo. I had it in caps before. That's just to preserve the styling we already did. You can also change, if you want to change images, you click on the image, design, background and style, replace, and then you either select the image or upload right here on the bottom left. Same procedure for other images. You could just click, single click, and then manage image, or you could double click and you can see how it's faster to replace the image. Same thing with text, double click on it, you can edit the text. So pretty much the rest of it should be pretty straightforward. If you don't want this section, you hover over the blue section tab like that and see this trash can right there. Then you click delete, confirm you want to delete it. Oh no, I actually didn't want to delete it. What should I do? Well, you can see that it's saved here with the check mark, but you could also hit undo. And voila, the section is back. So same thing, you want to edit this part of the text, just double click and you can start editing that and copy paste some of your terms and conditions. Then pretty much it's the same procedure for creating any other page. You could also create a new page from completely scratch, like absolutely blank, and it'll just be all white, and then you just start slowly building like that, changing your colors, etc., etc. If you want to change colors, it's a little bit more like Word. Right now it's on automatic, but you would just click and then start picking some colors. These are your theme colors up here that are already established on the website. But if you want to do some custom colors, you just select from here, or you can create a new one from the color picker, or type the exact hex code if you know the hex number, or RGB if you know RGB, but chances are you most likely have a hex code. And you can see here opacity, you can make the color 100% or down to 0, but that would obviously change the color as well. All right, so one other thing that we need to do is how do you do links? So we showed you how to do links in the footer. If you want to do links in the body of the text, you just highlight what you want, and then click the link icon. And then you either link it to an existing page on your website, or if it's a link off your website, you click web address, and then you just paste the URL in this field. And then you just close it, and then again, you'll see the check mark go from 3 dots to a check mark when it's saved. So pretty straightforward. Now, if you want to get rid of the link, hover over it, click the link icon again, and remove link on the bottom. Whoops, it says invalid URL. And do existing page, and then remove link. There you go. Not there anymore. Hit the check mark, and you see 3 dots because it's saving changes, and now check mark means all changes saved. So that's pretty much it for today's video. If you have more questions, feel free to send us those questions, and we're always happy to make more videos. Other than that, enjoy the week, get a lot of work done, and as always, warriors, rise up.